Okay, this is just to help us out with when you receive the oscilloscope clock. The first thing you're going to do is take these screws out, small screws on the side, and then this will be filled with packaging material when you receive it. So you want to, this will all be packed inside to pad it so nothing moves around in there, and you'll take these out on either side and then carefully remove the packaging material. And then a lot of times I get questions when this goes to other countries. Here in the United States we have 110, 120 volts, and in many other countries they're 240 volts. Well, that's why here you can see I have it plugged into a special outlet that I made up for this that converts our voltage into 240 volts. So I can have this plugged into there, and this is testing it to see how it'll work in a country that has 240 volts. Now on this one, take this off and unplug it. Oh, before I unplug it, I'll make note of this, that it's off center a little bit. This is easy to adjust. Down here and underneath there are two pots in the front. This one just happened to be for the vertical adjustment. So now focus on this one. Now when you turn this, it will adjust it to center. Okay, so that's really easy to do. And now I'll unplug it. And on the side here, inside, you'll note inside here, this is might be a little difficult to see, but this is a small jumper. It's on a 4-pin header. This side, it's printed very tiny printing, it's on the board, is 240. So when it's on this side, this is set to operate on 240 volts. So if you're in a country that uses 240, you won't need a transformer adapter. You might need a small adapter only for the style of the plug, because this is an American style plug, and that's all. But you won't need to step the voltage down because this is already set for your voltage, 240 volts. So there's just a few things. Oh, and this I might mention, this is a GPS module. This is a GPS module. This is a little mini antenna. So when it's plugged in, when you unpack it and take the screws out, remove the shroud, unpack the material, and then set this back on. I'm not going to put the screws back in, but you'll put the screws back in, or you can just plug it in, and it should be set on GPS mode. You can change this later if you want to receive from the Wi-Fi, but it will start up automatically. It'll start up without doing anything on GPS. So there's that. And then later you can go to the menu. It's really easy. You just use the buttons on the front. There's one on here that's slow set and one that's fast set. And on the side here, there's one that's toggle. So if you just press slow set and hold it and then press toggle, you'll pull up the date. And then from here, if you press slow set and hold and then press fast set and let go, you'll go to the menu. And here you use fast set to select each line. That's where the little arrow will indicate which line you're on. And then when you're on a line like the frequency, in some countries, in ours it's 60, in some countries it's 50. If you want to change any setting, you just press the slow set button and it will change to 50. Change it back to 60. The time zone is already set on 15. You can change that if it's in the wrong time zone. You can change it to, for ours is East Coast, Eastern EST in the US is time zone 1, and many other time zones that you can refer to the instructions to get the right time zone for your area. I've usually got it noted. If not, just message me and I'll point you to the right one. So daylight savings, DST is daylight savings time. It can be either on or off. Right now it's set to on. That's from spring to fall. Wi-Fi is on GPS. Right now the GPS, if you want to set it for Wi-Fi, connect to your Wi-Fi, just set it to on. You can set the Wi-Fi off if you want to and just use the buttons to set the time yourself manually. GPS works in most places. And then the 3 selections for the display are alternating between digital and analog. Digital all the time or analog all the time. So that's pretty much it. If you set it on GPS, then to exit the menu, just press the toggle button once and it'll exit to the timekeeping screen. When the GPS is on, and this is another thing to notice, that the light will be blinking. When the light is blinking underneath the GPS module, it means that it has a strong satellite lock. It may get the time anyways, even if it doesn't blink, because it may find satellite, but this means that it's definitely got a strong lock. And it may take a few minutes for GPS to get a fix on the satellite. So you might not plug it in and have it come up right away, but it will probably within a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, that's about all I can think of for today.